hello, hello, hello.
Hey, du arbeitest in der IT-Infrastruktur?
Okay.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio. Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Loosen the reins on the dark up.
Now you're just getting on my nerves. Confringo! Real quick, don't go down easy. Ah! Protego!
Hey man! How are you man? How are you today? How's it going? What are you working on? Thanks for being here man. Thanks for your lurking. Nice to know bro.
Look alive! Would you like me to put you down?
Are you even surprised? Incendio! Sendo! Confringo! Well... Confringo!
It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Revelio. The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Hufflepuff, over here.
Yep, let's go.
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Hufflepuff.
Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Now that's more like it. This is going well. Excellent.
Hey Anna, Savage Anna, how's it going? How are you? How was your stream yesterday?
That wasn't too difficult.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thanks for the emojis and all. Where is the next thing?
Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Brilliant.
Oh,
too bad. That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
Yep, we find time. Any plans to fly a Quidditch team?
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pot me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Hufflepuff. You take care of yourself.
Flight, a good flight. Okay, for the trophy.
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Maybe this one? It's not every time. Let's go. Okay, we'll go back to LB Wickes. Where's LB Wickes? It's in Hogsmeade. Okay, Hogsmeade map. There we go.
How's my favourite test flyer? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an hour when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
How's it going, man, Mr. Diano? How was your stream? Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Much appreciated. Have you played Hogwarts Legacy? Sure, appreciate it. I appreciate your lurking here. I have not, no, I plan to though. Yeah, it's a very good game, yeah. If you plan to play it, it's a very good and interesting game. Getting back into Skyrim, so it will be a while. Yeah, are you going to do some moddings in Skyrim? Thanks, man. Same to you.
Oh, Milo. What am I...
Is there something I can help you with, Mr.
Adley? Edgar Adley? No, I don't think so. Blast Milo and his mad schemes.
Milo?
How long will it be?
Friend.
How long will it be?
Came
Like
to me a few
4 to
days
5
ago with
hours
a
or more
brilliant
than that?
plan to make some quick galleons. All I had to do was follow him into the Forbidden Forest. Had I known he wanted to procure venom from a living acromantula.
Wow, there was streams every
poor
Monday.
Milo.
Cool.
He didn't deserve to go like that.
Sure, man. See you then.
I'm very sorry to hear about your friend.
Oh, thank you. I can't think of it. Milo's body is still in that cave with the absconder.
The absconder?
Aye, Milo's name for the acromantula. He did have a flair for the dramatic. In fact, as he died, Milo begged me to take his heirloom pocket watch, so that his daughter would have something to remember him by. But I fled.
Why would someone risk their life for spider venom?
As a potion ingredient, acromantula venom is incredibly valuable. In large part because it is, as poor Milo has proven, impossible to get from a live acromantula.
If I have time, I can try to collect the heirloom watch, Mr. Adley.
You can't possibly go to the acromantula's cave. You'd be killed. Please, forget I said anything.
Now, where could that acromantula cave be?
Revelio.
Armchair. This hamlet is simply crawling with life.
Find absconder's cave. Okay.
I dream of making a better world.
The cave must be somewhere in this maze. I wonder what else is in here.
Revelio. Revelio.
This could be the Acromantula cave Mr. Adler. So this is the Absconder.
No, he's dead. God. How come he died? One hit?
Confringo.
So this is the infamous absconder.
Bombarda.
Ares, how are you? How are you, man? How are you doing today? I'm good too, man. I'm good too. Just surviving this big spider battle. And what from the behind?
Milo's daughter.
Let's go. They're dead. Finally. Okay, now where do we have to start? Why do we have to find the heirloom? Milo left behind. Okay, we have to find an heirloom. Revelio, where is the heirloom? Not here. We got one talent. Is it here?
I need to bring this heirloom back to Mr. Ashley.
Yeah. Heirloom pocket watch, you got it, okay. Back to Edgar, okay. Do we have anything else here to explore? Let's check over here. I think it's the exit. Ares. So, how was your day, man? How was your first day of the week, Monday? How was it? What did you do? Are you going to stream today? I think I'll deposit everything. Probably stream tomorrow morning. Okay. Just chilling. Nice, man. Ooh. What time is it in your place? Like, is it like evening? Is it like night time? Are you going to sleep soon or what?
You look none the worse
It's
for wear.
morning, 9:30.
I take it you decided against entering.
Mr.
You know,
Adley, I retrieved
it's
the heirloom
4:30
pocket watch
here.
from Milo's body.
It's 4:30 p.m.
Merlin's beard! How did you? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to think about that acromantula ever again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm glad Milo's daughter will have something to remember him by.
I am too. As far-fetched as his schemes
No, man, no.
were,
I'm
Milo
not
was
in
a good
UK.
friend.
I live in Germany.
I shall miss him. Please,
Not in UK.
accept this reward for your
And
trouble.
I think you live in USA, maybe?
What do you have for sale?
Milo can rest in peace now that his wishes have been fulfilled and his daughter has something to remember him by. Never mind replenishing my stocks. Pleasure doing business with you.
How do you like it? Like, how's the life in USA, man?
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your business.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final...
We have to go to, I think, map, guys. Nice to know. Hogwarts map. Have you ever been to European countries like UK comes in Europe, yeah, UK, Germany, France, anywhere else? Or you have lived your whole life till now in USA only? I haven't been out country. Okay. No man, no. I have never been to USA, but I plan to go to USA in future. Maybe after 4 or 5 years, maybe. I'm not sure. I like to do exploring, traveling. So maybe I will go to USA maybe sometime. No, Jake, we're not talking about you. Where do you have to go now? Where do you have to go? I think we have one quest over here, and we got we have to learn the spell from Professor Garlic. Okay, where is it in the map? Right. Okay, just faster. Where is Professor Garlic? Where is Professor Garlic? Professor Garlic, where is he?
Doing well, thanks to you.
Okay.
To me now.
I think we can go from here to down here. She's
I've finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlic.
Wonderful! I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes.
So like now
Didn't
it's
realise how long
9:30
I'd
in
been
your
at
place. So
it until the sun
what's
began
your
to
plan for
set.
today now?
Well, if there's one thing I
Are
love
you
to
going
see
to
more than
work
my
or
plants
are you going
thriving,
to just chill
it's one of my students
at
doing the
house?
same. Now, ready to learn flipendo? Chin
Yep,
up,
we are ready to learn
keep a
flipendo.
light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go.
Nice. Or just maybe you can play some games, you know.
Spell. Nothing as
Watch a
mortifying as
movie.
knocking back
Do you
a
watch
point
any
when all you wanted
series?
to
Have
do
you?
was move a few
Are you
parts.
watching something like any series? Maybe like, or maybe anime?
Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so
Spellmaster,
here in
we
the
have learned all of the
greenhouse.
spells.
Just
Nice.
mind the plants, please.
I mean, to ask like, what series do you watch? You're watching One Piece. Oh, what episode are you on? I have been watching One Piece too, but I'm like very far behind. I'm at 261 episode. I just started this one last year, and I have to do a lot of catching up to do, you know. I have to do a lot of catching up to do. It's a very long series, man. It's a very long series. We don't have any black news. We don't have any Demiguise news. Haven't finished it. Yeah, it will take too much time to even finish that series, you know. Speak of nothing. Why do we have a Christmas tree here? Let's go. Because yeah. So, Alice, what other animes have you watched? Or have you just started watching One Piece only?
I have
been meaning to speak.
I
Demon
still can't
Slayer.
believe we escaped the
I think I have
Ashwinders.
watched Demon
You may
Slayer,
not
but only
realize it,
the
but you are the
movie.
talk of the
They have
school
made
since you
a
saved
movie
me
as
that
well on
day.
Demon
I
Slayer. I
wonder
have
how
watched that,
everyone knows
not
about
the
it.
series.
I told my mother in the hope
I
that
have
she
heard
would
it's
be more
good.
forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact,
Demon Slayer is
have been
really good.
even
Yeah,
less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I think when I finish One Piece, so I might watch Demon Slayer. I might watch. She should be proud of you. Her first grandson is warranted.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
Wolfpack, Lone Wolf. Let's go, let's go, let's go, man.
What does
Let's
your mother
go.
think about all of this?
Well,
I was
as
just
you saw, she
searching
worries
on
a great deal.
Discord, like where to
She
put
is
the
an
link and all. Then I
excellent
found
seer.
it on
But I think it bothers her
reaction
to this
tools.
day that she did not see my
Yeah,
father's death
it's going
coming.
good, man. It's going good.
She
How are you?
misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
I'm sorry, Natty.
How are you doing?
I can't
How are
imagine what
you
you've
doing?
been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Die Love Tales von Auto. Eins günstig, eins gratis dazu. Jetzt Google Pixel.
This one is for right now. Speak to the portrait of Professor Mian. Let's walk. I think I have completed 70% of the story now, and I'm close to ending maybe, but I'm not quite. We can't go here. Go here. The game is really good, man. The game is really good. Have you played this game? Have you played Hogwarts? 4 times you have completed it. Wow. I think you have completed 4 times with the different houses, maybe, right? You have chosen every single house to complete every run through. Yep, it's so good. You see this part? See this thing? See this thing? See? Poor guy. Poor guy is dead. Even I can't even use the spell on him to repair him. What a shame. So,
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news.
Hello,
the goblins
Professor.
are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Who's the fourth guy here? Who will come here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
We learn this spell if we don't use it, right? Somebody with nothing loving close to me. So rotate the character is okay. Thanks for support, man. Alice, thanks for the support, man. Much appreciated. I like that emoji, you know, that dancing emoji. So, what's your
Now
favorite
here's
house?
Professor Fig. The keepers have
Gryffindor,
shown me where the next trial
Slytherin,
is.
Ravenclaw, or Hufflepuff?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Speak to Madame Kagawa about Scrope. Okay, to speak to him.
Jetzt das Samsung Galaxy Z S9 FE 5G inklusive 25 GB für 39 €.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Hello,
of course, yes.
John.
No need for all the cloak and dagger.
How's
Simply
it
have a
going?
student
How are
deliver
you?
it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this
Thanks
rather
for being
unenviable task.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Thank
If
you
you
so
must
much for the
speak with
post
me,
also
consult my
on your
secretaries or
Discord
what have you.
server.
Now
Thanks
move
for
along.
that.
What could the headmaster want?
Thank you, thank you.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls,
Professor Black.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Omnis count.
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on
I'm
my
good.
way
I'm
outside.
good.
Taking
How
the day
are
off,
you?
eh? Typical student, wasting the
How
hours
was your
away.
stream?
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes! Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Rockstar
Something
16
is
is
very
also
wrong with Professor
here.
Black. Dittany and puberty.
Okay, I'll give you 5.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still
It's
have
nice to
trials
see
in
you
a
guys
somewhat
here. It's
shortened
very
season.
nice.
It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
That would be unwise. That would be
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Hey, this is Hey, Sarah. I appreciate it, Sarah. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the lurk also.
I hope it's not about anything I...
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh,
Much
Professor,
appreciated, guys.
this is
Much
an
appreciated.
interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I am happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall know.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the dignified banners of Hufflepuff. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever. Screw!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's to do with strength, it's to do with my family's mind, it's to do with purity of blood.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Hello, Hamora.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. Revelio. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal.
You told me to read the book, but you just went inside the book.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention.
Amen.
Things are not always as they seem.
How are you?
You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Yeah. Make your way through the town without being seen. Okay. Okay, we are in the book, so it's like
In
a
this
book.
place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
What is that mean? That. That's good.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. Come in, Neve. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. They're gone, for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way, but more danger. That's where you need to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Why are they giving me weekend role person? Is it trying to stealth mission? No,
Now's my chance. That's the way forward. It's me. I think I'm invisible.
Okay, we are invisible, so they can't see me. Okay.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Hey, how's it going, mate? How's it going, mate?
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
Defender! Bombarder! Revelio. Revelio.
Stone. This must be for me.
But where is the Professor Neil? Where is she?
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effect it had on the wizard milling industry. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
Now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall. Along with the rest of the castle, it was completed in the late early Middle Ages. The hall and the bell towers that loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts. Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Eargit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Did you say Bragbor? I know that name. Lord Cox said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day. Where were we? Oh yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby. Curious students can find him on display here in the bell tower entrance hall.
Rockstar,
Revelio.
Rockstar, still, are you still here?
Aloha Mora.
Aloha.
Die Laufziels von Autumn. 1,50, 1 Grad. Jetzt für 8 Uhr, inklusive 25 GB Datenvolumen. Für 49 Euro.
Revelio.
Let's see. Grimble West. Abandoning class to wander the halls and keeping with Professor Benz's manner of teaching.
These bits of broom are all that's left of a witch called Celine Wharton. Rumour has it, she was demonstrating her experimental lunar apparition charm. She was never seen again.
Can you tell me where I might find Grimbold Weft?
Oh yes, Grimbold Weft. Quick with a needle and thread, that one. He's a fascinating artifact of the Goblin Rebellion of 1752. At any rate, he can be found nearby, perched in his case.
Revelio. No, this is...
Hogwarts is impervious to the inexorable march of time. Perhaps that is why I...
What I wouldn't give to be back on a broom right now.
Wagadu's history is, well, a bit different than that of Hogwarts, to say the least.
Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of the scholarly pursuit. I know the feeling quite well. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability and general good nature of Sir Aphbuttle. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from him for your next assignment. Standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights. Rather, statues of knights, I should clarify.
Sir Scagglethorpe the Heedless once challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs.
Countenance nestled
Care to
among
guess who
the
won?
ranks.
Sir Aphbuttle. This is a centuries-old likeness of Pandadon. Fearless mouse hunter and devoted study companion. People have always
slaying
loved their pets.
bloodthirsty
I feel
dragons. By old friends and newcomers alike.
Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Aphbuttle.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Aphbuttle's affability was his undoing. Died instantly trying to befriend a basilisk. Eye contact is not always to be encouraged. So beloved was he that even some goblins mourned his passing. Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins, most of whom could not abide mourning the loss of a wizard.
Pity goblins and wizards can't get along.
True. But imagine how dull my lectures would be without goblin rebellions to discuss. History does tend to repeat. It is a series of patterns, a thought both comforting and disconcerting. Wise students, such as yourself, will learn from it. History is written by those who do their schoolwork, so they say. Or at least, I like to.